It's okay. Off your mic, it's okay. Off your mic,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go touchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you lie down, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. Man of the masses, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego la wa mo do do. My ego diary, my ego number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làwọn tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní sọ́ra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa bí.
Àní ẹ̀ sọ́ra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa bí.
Àní ẹ̀ sọ́ra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa bí.
Àní ẹ̀ sọ́ra jù.
Máyégún ti
dé. Hello there, brethren. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Máyégún Live. Thank you very much for joining me. And welcome to the Temple of Truth tonight. Please, after reading the caption of the broadcast, read the description of the broadcast as well. Then like it, share it, invite your friends and your not so friendly friends. Tell them all, Máyégún today, Máyégún is live. Starting from the caption of the broadcast. Has anyone here seen Koolu in the last 48 hours? Raise up your hand. We saw him 48 hours ago, and that was in Rome. Do we have anybody here who have seen thiefnubu in the last 24 hours? Who? Okay. Normally, right, you probably would want, if Nigeria was a real country, okay, normally they would possibly have to raise, what do you call it, Amber Alert, a missing person alert, a missing presidiot alert. But it is Nigeria. Somehow, even without being told, some of them can easily just tell you that they know where he is. So thiefnubu was seen in Rome 2 days ago, where he was a guest or the leader of the Nigeria delegation to the Pope's inauguration. That one created its own sort of like frenzy, agendas and all that, I mean, on the side. However, the suit wearing thiefnubu, immediately after that ceremony, he met with some bishops or so from Nigeria who went to say thank you to him in his hotel. Then after that, some of those they went to Rome together have returned back to Nigeria, including Peter Obi. So since then, we have no idea. You know, usually we used to be able to track the, what's that called again, transpondent or something, right, of his plane, but somehow, or maybe people just are not just interested, right? So we have no idea where he is. And Nigerians, they don't care. You know, that's the irony of it all. It is a place where, starting from those who are supposed to be their leaders, the role models, pure, or should I say, bunch of lawless criminals, so to say, they can do whatever they want anytime. There will be no consequences. These are guys who are pretty much above the law itself. So you become president of Nigeria, you owe nobody any explanation anymore, you know, except, as some say, except if you are a vigilant, you know. So some said that maybe thiefnubu is in France, like an average Nigeria would tell you. Or he just went back to recharge, you know. So in the last 10 years, should I say, the last government and this one, right, the rogues who have been unfortunate, I say fortunate anyway, fortunate to be your presidiot. They've compromised the national security several times, enough that the medical records of your president, the presidiot, they are not with the, should I say, the top authority or medical authority in your country. They are with, you know, different doctors abroad, enough that we can say, for example, that of Bokohari. Bokohari was here like almost 4 years of his 8 years rule in the UK. And he became a lab rat, or should we say the guinea pig for medical students, right? Of a King James Hospital in London, right? That was what Bokohari, the president of supposed Nigeria, was. Today, thiefnubu is the guinea pig, lab rat for the medical students, American hospital in Paris. And regularly, they just have to go back there, right? They've done so well somehow, if you want to give them credit, by the way. You know, under Bokohari, he had to be here almost every 3 months. And sometimes he will stay back here for more than 2 months, right? So what they did with that of thiefnubu was that they were able to move some of those, you know, their medical or thiefnubu's battery chargers from France to Abuja. But they still, I mean, they can't move all their machines, can they? So he still has to go back there to what? To get charged. But out of disrespect, which is kind of like suitable for that contraption, because people enabled it, right? People, I mean, these guys don't even give a shit to their own people to say, you know what, this is my medical condition. This is what I'm kind of like dealing with, right? Enough to be honest with their own people. No. So they will take their own, supposed scarce forex, jump on the presidential jet, and then to London, to France, to go pay the doctors there, right? That will give them what they believe world-class medical treatment to make it worse, Bokohari suffered the kind of medical problems, right? Health problems that he himself said he has never kind of suffered that much in his entire existence. He's never seen anything like that before. But guess what? Up to this moment, there is no one single hospital built by Bokohari, right? To at least care for Nigerians who are also suffering what he suffered or is suffering from throughout that 8 years. Like you are lying there on the theater table, right? And they're like cutting you up, down, this and that. And to you, it's a miracle because that's what they tell their supporters back in Nigeria. Allah has done it. Allah saved me. Here you get. Well, I mean, you're lying down there. You don't even know if you're going to come back alive. Now you are back alive. And something didn't tell you that I'm gonna. There's a chance that I'm actually not the only person suffering this. Right? Now I have to fly 6 hours to this place just to come and get this help. So what would it cost them to build similar facility in Nigeria that you don't have to fly 6 hours, you just have to drive a few minutes, right? Unfortunately, so thiefnubu is on that same drive, okay? He used to carry his urine bag in the open, so they had to devise another means of how he would be carrying his urine bag, his pampers and the rest of that. And every now and then, like they did there for Bokohari, right? It will remain on steroids, and steroids is like, pump him and pump him. It will only just appear normal for few minutes. Okay, so the moment things begin to go to an hour, 2 hours, he's out. So they have to take him out of there, and that's why sometimes you may see thiefnubu that he looks so drugged up like that. And sometimes he will look so sharp that you'll be like, Omo, he looks so well. Oh. Do you understand? So he keeps running that, and there is no chance. I mean, he built Lagos, right? So normally you will say, such facility should be in Lagos. So if he missed it when he was building Lagos, then now he himself is battling old age health problem, right? It is nothing, it should be nothing biggie. It's not a big deal. Do you understand? He's an old guy, and of course, his own organ and his own system are never going to be the same, right? So he is human. He is not a machine. So therefore, being unwell, sometimes you can say, oh, when I was governor, I wanted to build a facility that could take care of this, and that, but I missed it. So, oh, now you are the president of the country, right? But rather than, at least, how long do you think it's going to take to build a standard medical facility? Maybe 2 years. Abi? But at least you have to start and say, you know what? I need to put something like this up because I don't have, I mean, not everyone would be going to France to access the same healthcare, but we can have that here. But they don't think like that, you know? So they did a lot to distract us from all that happened in Rome. And then afterward, because if you take a look at the, what do you call it? The social media handles of some of the senior Ronu bandits or the Ronu coups, the agenda they are pushing mostly is about Obi this, Obi that. That even that time, if you come to think of it, it was like, Omo, I don't even know, even right now, and I believe I'm not probably the only person thinking this because I've seen people express the same, you know, sort of like observation, okay? So if you look at Nigeria right now, it can't be like seeing our two presidents they have. Do you understand? I'll tell you, I will describe it, okay? Tinubu is your president official. He's the one that takes and makes all decisions. He is responsible for whatever is going on in that place. But somehow, yeah, when things happen, the Ronukus won't call Tinubu. They will be calling Obi. I don't know if you have observed that. Right? Oh, what? Has Obi said anything? What did Obi say about that? About Tinubu no send anybody, no send their papa, no send anybody. They are not worried. So when they went to that room, it was Tinubu. I mean, they publicized it. They said he was invited, like it was a ticket to heaven, kind of. It was publicized. So Tinubu invited to Rome. He's the president of Nigeria, for God's sake, right? And then the next thing was like, I don't know why they didn't invite Peter Obi. It's like, you know, Peter Obi is it's not representing Nigeria, right? So why all that agenda? I don't know. But it's kind of like, you know, it's weird. Like people like it's kind of, you know, it was intentional, right? So when Tinubu got into the Vatican Hall where they did their inauguration, and then his son got bounced, right? He wanted to go and shake the Pope, right? Then another video surfaced where Peter Obi Fayemi were also told they were also bounced at the entrance. They said, no, this is the VVIP. Then the Ronukus were everywhere. Peter Obi is in, he went to the Pope's invitation, I mean, Pope's inauguration. He was never invited. What was he doing there? They had to bounce him and send him away. Okay, I was like, why is everybody talking about him? So eventually, another image or set of images also emerged. And there, Peter Obi, Fire and others on the queue. They said they wanted to go and greet Tinubu. So then they switched it. Oh, he's finally in the same place with Tinubu, but he had to sit elsewhere. He can never sit where Tinubu sits. Like common sense now. Yeah? It doesn't hurt anything, right? As Nigeria is concerned. So why would you want him to be where Tinubu is? He's not in any capacity to be where Tinubu is. when it comes to Nigeria. But he kept pushing that, and then it was like, they took group picture. It was not in the group picture. I was like, if they did take a group picture, okay, why should he be there? Do you know? Then I started thinking, I was like, okay, you know what? Somehow, it's like some of them actually really believes that Tinubu didn't win any election. Tinubu is the president today because he knows strategy. Do you understand? Like, I don't know. I have said it before that it has gotten to a stage of obsession that you will think, even when his ministers are talking, this politician, that politician, it's always about Obi. And I'm like, this guy came third. That's what your INEC said, Abi. Why is it so relevant to you? Why must you compare him with Tinubu, who is supposed to be the president of the contraption? It was deliberate. I saw, I think it was then Sahara reporters too. They've also started. They said, Peter Obi was bounced. Then from there to Peter Obi went to Rome because he wanted to see Tinubu. Because a Supreme Court judgment that gave a 255 billion naira judgment against Fidelity Bank. I was like, what's going on? Do you understand? Like, everybody should be asking, where is Tinubu? Your president. But somehow, almost every day, every hour, Obi, this, right? I don't know. I kind of like it, Sha. You know what I mean? Like, it means they kind of fear him. I mean, like, they fear him. They have no idea, right, what it could do or could happen. Like, when you have somebody in that space and you always want to profess, what do you call it? You want to try to kind of like reduce the way the world sees this person, all right? And you keep doing that, and you are saying, I don't care about you. I can always deal with you. I'm bigger than you. But, I mean, I'm trying to process it. To process that, okay? So I saw this, Sahara, I saw the one, okay, Reno, the Reno mockery, right? It was not invited. Yeah, he tried to get crash. What's this one? For Food Coyote, right? FFK. So that one too was like, it was not allowed in to see the Pope, blah, 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 blah. So while they were at that, right? Then another image emerged. Guess the twist. They did actually have what they call the sitting group picture. So, but you know something? Ironically, Tinubu is seated there in the front. Obi is there like about 3 or 4 rows behind him. And Tinubu said DC, who was supposed to sit behind Tinubu, is somehow, in this sitting arrangement, is seated behind Peter Obi. So the obedient are now saying that because Obi is the real president. But this guy wearing suit at the front is just a usurper. The twist. All about this Rome this, Rome that. So if anyone in France sees this man on the right, he's 5'2", 5 feet 2. Too tall like that. They walk well, they too walk well as well. So you may report it to the nearest, what do you call it? The nearest police station to you in Paris, or just call police. Because presently nobody knows where Nigeria president is. That is the problem. That's the point. Because back in Nigeria, right? That they have successfully made a deadly jungle. Some say is that calling Nigeria a jungle is an insult to the residents of the real jungle. Do you get that? Not like the animals, because in the animal kingdom, okay, they would never allow the weakest animal to lead them. Do you understand? So in this case, right, as Koolu is missing, the entire place where they give guns to rogues in uniform, they are running berserk in Ibadan. Alakia in Ibadan today, where the policemen allegedly were chasing Yahoo Boys, in their cars. And they started shooting sporadically, like just like that. They said they were aiming to shoot at the tires of the fleeing internet fraud stars, Yahoo Boys. In the process, they shot at, a 16-year-old boy, and he died instantly. The boy that is currently sitting for is senior WAEC in Ibadan today. That just thrown the entire, the communities and the neighbors, neighborhood and everywhere into serious, chaos. I'll show you in Ibadan. And mind you, right, viewers' discretion is also advised. It's an unfortunate thing, by the way.
We are live at the secretariat now with the corpse of the little boy. We are here live. We are here live. Let me see the bullet. This is the bullet. This is the boy. This is the bullet. Why you standing
May Nigeria not happen to you. May Nigeria not happen to me. May Nigeria not happen to your loved ones. It is a Nigeria prayer that some will say it is to mock Nigeria. It is not. You don't understand. See, when somebody tells you that Nigeria, that these guys have successfully put in place, this Nigeria, that's APC, currently, right, operating and running, is not different from what the Bible called the weapon fashioned against you. Go and read that part. Read the whole chapter. It said, no weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. Right? Go and read the entire place and you realize that it is very close to what this Nigeria is, if not completely. The young boy is writing his WAEC, that is his final secondary school examination. And by next year, he will be going to deem, for higher education, so to say, if he so desires. But now that dream is dead. And guess what? He is not the first. In fact, he is not the 100,000 sent to their early graves just like that, simply because you have a system where criminals, waiting concern police and their Yahoo boys. Like for real, they are always, the way they do it, they profile people on the streets. If you are driving a nice car, it doesn't matter. You are automatic Yahoo boy. And that's the police officer trained to detect crime, right? They don't have to do much. And their intention is not to stop crime. It's not to stop a Yahoo. It is to extort them. Whenever they are able to catch up with these Yahoo boys, right? The intention of Nigeria police is not to end that fraud or crime. It is to extort it. It's to exploit it. And in the process, they will turn to people who are like possessed people who have died from just a stray bullet. People who shouldn't have died. But it is Nigeria. They can easily attribute it to so many things so that they can have their closure. That's how Nigerians always have closure, right? When horrible crimes like this happens, right? The next thing is the society will make you possibly see it as either some evil people somewhere, some other invincible something made that happen, not because of a rotten system. So it's going to be probably like tagged as spiritual. Some will even call it a karma. So many things. Until another victim. In Edo State, the youth have taken to the streets. And they have been at it now for more than a week. Remember when they were making their videos to raise awareness on this same thing, police brutality, where police will invade their space, assault them, even kill them. And the Commissioner of Police in Edo State says, well, it is their duty to, it is their duty to implement the law. I'll be waiting to call her. And which means they can do so by any design that they put together. So they can come to your house, they can stop you on the street, they can, So earlier today, there's a report of the EFCC, again, doing the night raid, invaded people's homes, arrested some of them, not because they've done anything wrong or not because they have not done anything wrong, right? But majority of the youth that came out today were like, no, they didn't do anything wrong. That's what they normally do there. They will come around, raid everybody, then you go and bail yourselves out. If you don't, then they will give you their placard that says you are a Yahoo boy. That this system of oppression, this system of profiling should stop. So they took to the street today and also kind of brought discomfort to some of the road users too. Let's go to that, Benin, still on this systemic brutality. Systemic brutality. Mamedo.
Are you mad? Boy? Are you mad?
Can I done any man? Make I carry my bag away.
You own this.
You are pressing. I'm a passenger.
That's why you press her. It's not even right. Press the woman.
This is called bossy boy, so. Yes, it's the Koolu Boys for evidence. They don't ask questions. Evidence not the carry last. Yes, it's the Koolu Boys. So, life as evidence will power. Boys don't come out. They don't block out the federal road. Nobody's sleeping. We're there inside the rain. Nobody's sleeping. Nobody's sleeping. EFCC. They don't ask questions. They come evidence. Correct. They go hear word. More na beg. More not spoil the good work where they do for us. I beg.
And the black about tomorrow is not the black.
Bloggers! Bloggers! The king of youths.
No, how many times they shoot for? How many times they shoot? How many they shoot? With the control the things for Mr. Copper or like the police.
They can't big balls, one big white balls. The game. They're not enough.
They carry me for power. I go outside wash clothes for laundry. After 3 years for severe junction for theft, and they carry me. And then they raid me, don't say that they raid. And they tell me, say, my motor. As I enter motor, they check my pocket. They don't see any razor for my heart. And they say my motor. And the people they don't carry, I know some people this at the motor. Now still as we reach that, there's someone who called up beside the motor. Everybody may open chef. And the Bokohari goes this side of the corner. So everybody sit down for ground. I will use any buster. State, and everybody in that side prison. Now because I say, what you supposed to call our people when they not know who they are? Now because I say, they'll give us phone. Most take our people when they let them not know who they are. Now we can take our people say, they don't carry us so. Now they come for let the phone. When they say they won't carry us, go outside. The people when they preach that day. And they say when everybody come out for inside that place there. Everybody get there. And when they say now big motor don't go court. As they reach there, when they go court, they don't reach where the court is. They say courts don't close. They call the best motor back to the state bank. Some more go state bank. Our court is surprised as court they close for around 3 and our court they close. And the court carry us court on Wednesday. And the judge they ask, they say, why did you not carry all these people come? Because on Tuesday, there is the IPO, now they ask questions. The IPO not because explain itself because they know what they do.
The man very emotional. Yeah, very emotional. Let me tell you. This man, my biggest thing, you see, many Edo Youths Neighbourhood, we used to be ginger and smart. After they don't arrest them this kind of way, they don't harass them, they'll come make them, they'll come become more. They destroy their mental health.
You understand? It is like living in a concentration camp, not in your country. You know, Nigeria is a place where a lot of people kind of like aspires to make money anyhow, whatever it's going to be. Most of them, though, very hardworking, but paid little. Because to them, once you have money, you will be above some certain things. Like some certain things won't happen to you. Like some certain profiling. Here you get, where you can easily tip police officers or tip government officials to get things done for you. So you may be a little bit above that. Do you get it? So for those who are not being able to kind of like break even, they just accept their fate that they are the bottom barrel, you know? They rung up the ladder. So they are the ones that those with small change who sort of like assert their own supposed influence on or oppression. I'm just saying it nicely. You get that now? So the police have subjected young people to a sort of a lifetime mental torture, psychological disruption, in which so many of them who are not even criminals have been profiled as criminals, and so many of them psychologically have decided to devise means of avoiding these criminals with guns. That is what Nigeria is. I mean, I do know, I have heard parents that will call their children back, their children, especially boys, they will call them back inside because of the way they dress. Are you going out like that? Come back inside. You don't even care for yourself, because to save the life of the young man, it will need not dress in a certain way, because it won't be profiled by criminals that you know. It will be profiled and possibly even killed by the uniformed criminals in that contraption. They have been raiding students' hostels, raiding business areas based on just instincts, because they never lose. You get what I mean? Like they never lose anything. If they randomly pick you up, right, and they ended up not finding anything incriminating on you, you still have to pay them for profiling and then abducting you. Nigeria criminals with guns, uniformed criminals with guns. But for them in Edo State, come like I said, the battle line is drawn. This was also from Edo State, by the way.
Oh, yeah, release them. Now they carry both people, Papa, now they carry. Oh, don't burn this motor, don't carry everything, come out, carry everything. Oh, burn everything. We'll be there. Criminals. Instead of NATO, they protect lives for the country. Now I want to kill everybody. Not be left when they protect a deal. We suppose they see police, they happy, they see EFCC, they happy. We'll call them soon at the fear. We'll call them soon at the fear. See, if anything's up here, they'll burn the motor, everybody will go.
So that's how things have, that is where things have gotten to now. So there may be end EFCC, end EFCC, end SARS, end this, end that, maybe end police that will likely kick off from Benin in Edo State. You know, because the motorists also, especially those flying that, is it called the Benin Sapele Road, what's it called, right? The road they blocked today. They made their own videos, but with a different narration. See, life, according to this person that I'm about to share with you right now, right? The protest that blocked the road, the protest against EFCC brutality, police assault and brutality, extortion, and the rest of that. Another person made a video because he got trapped in the traffic, and he said, Yahoo Boys, fraudsters are protesting and they blocked road or something like that. Watch this.
Hello, world. This is Evangelist Bartholomew. This thing is happening right now at Edo State. You see, this is a Lagos road. All the whole road is blocked by boys. And what they are saying that because of EFCC came to pick them, and the whole road has been blocked. You can see this is what is going on in Edo State. Please, we are calling the executive governor of Edo State and all the commander-in-chief of army staff. Please look at what is going on in Edo State. This is Edo State road. It cannot be possible that Yahoo Boys should block roads to the extent that our children cannot even go to school anymore. This thing is going on right now at Lagos Road. By evidence, they has blocked the whole road. Please, we are calling on Governor Monday to attend to this issue. Please, it is so obvious that a Yahoo Boy should block roads, should block the federal road. It is so obvious. Please, we are begging the governor to come and attend to this matter. Please share this video. Let this video reach out to the people. You can see that what is going on right now, how the whole road has been blocked. Look at our children going to school. They cannot even go to school. Everywhere is being blocked. You can see what is going on. Please, we are calling the governor to attend to this issue. It's a very serious issue. People have been stranded on the road more than hours. Now, they are here. No movement. Please help us to share the video so that this video can reach our governor's office. Please, we are calling on the governor, please, to attend to this matter. It's a very serious matter. Look at our future youth. Look at how they are trekking on the road because they are being frustrated. They are being abandoned on the road and they cannot move. Nothing. You can see them. They are trekking with leg going to school because the whole road has been blocked by Yahoo Boys. Please, we are calling on the security personnel in Edo State to come and attend to this matter. We are calling on the Governor Obebu Monday to attend to this matter. It is a very serious matter. How can boys block the federal road? How can boys, Yahoo Boys, that are supposed to be on the underground prison, to block the road? How is it possible? How is it possible? This is so obvious that the road has been blocked for hours now, no movement. Please, we are calling. Please, we are calling on the governor to come and attend to this matter. Please, we are calling on the governor to come and attend to this matter. It is. This is the road. You can see how people have been stranded.
The film. So that's somebody's own perspective, and that makes it complicated, right? Anyway, in that same Edo State, it was reported that some people stole the community's electricity transformer, right? And somehow the entire community became mad because they only suspected the Hausas. And what did they do? This.
Arrest Sape Road, Abokido Go Chief Transformer for BIU. Life and direct Sape Road, Abokido Go Chief Transformer. We don't need them again. All the Aboki should live in Sape Road, as you can see. They burn their house. Everything what Aboki get, they burn their house. They go to new transformer where government newly give community. On BIU session, as you can see, we have set everywhere ablaze. Here is Sape Road bypass. As you can see, we have set Aboki Quarter ablaze. Let them go.
Like, what the hell, man? Aboki stole your transformer. How? Transformer be what? Transformer be Okada. We get tired. So all you have to do is just start it and Abi transformer be like what's it called? Your radio deck that you just carry it and put it inside the bag and just walk away. Like, why would they do that? They came to steal new transformer, and then you set their houses ablaze. I hope that individual and those responsible actually get arrested. You see what this is the problem. Okay, I have said it many times on Mayegun's Diary Political. Okay, that I may sound too blunt or too harsh to some of you, but I'm just being very honest to the best of my own ability. Nigeria is a place where if you remove hypocrisy, remove hypocrisy from everybody's gene, that moment, you will realize that Nigeria is a place where people can't actually wait to kill themselves. They just need a reason. It doesn't matter the reason. You know what I mean? And at the same time, it is a place where hypocritically they will tell you, we are all one, we are this and that, you know? So we are not one. Your heroes past, they did a very poor job, because if this is the future they saw, then they did a very terrible job. You know what I mean? See the Fulani, those ones were advancing because they told them that Nigeria is their great-grandfather's estate. And they believed it. Therefore, killing everybody from their own indigenous, from their own ancestral lands to them is a calling. For me, I'm not Fulani, but I could be next to fall from the Fulani's bullets, because the Fulani believes that Nigeria is his grandfather's estate. While others have promoted other divisive rhetorics, right? That any small clash like this over there, they burn their properties. They've started burning their properties. It may be the Yoruba versus Ijo. It may be Shekiri versus this. It may be, everybody will pick themselves. Most of them, right? They actually also live next to one another. You know? Because I don't understand. Hausa Kota stole your transformer and you decided to burn down their properties. Like, does that even make any sense? Just like what we saw at the Poly Junction in Owerri today. Initially, we were like, oh, there were thugs fighting, until we realized that it also involves the Nigerian Association, National Association of Nigerian Students. Today,
don't do my boy. I do video
hey! These people, they mad too. Why they go, they shoot anyhow?
Jesus, I don't give it.
Motabula. Motabula. Everywhere. Entraco. Entraco. State government. Entraco. Most drivers were protests. Entraco, we're moving to anyhow. The Bamo donate this franchise. This is Poly Junction. What about road? Traffic, so I want to name no movement. One more to end the match. Intra-code is right now. Blue battery. Poly Junction. What to come from over Haba Road. Airport. Once they stop at Poly Junction, enter a Kuwamoto, Imo bus, Keke bus. I joke with Alakia now. I guess it's hard, no movement. Under me, brother, to stop walk. Imagine.
Allah, not too much. Everywhere you turn. Some will say, but don't you see any other good thing about Nigeria? Don't you see, why don't you look at other? I said, Baba, do you know that you can see for real? Like you can possibly become very rich if you can spend your time to just start publishing the good things about Nigeria. You can be very rich. Try it. Because you see all these things that I'm sharing with you. These are stuff that happens to everyday people. Do you understand? These are not stories to entertain or to make up, your night or whatever. No. These are real people, real victims. When we tell you that somebody dies or this number of people got killed and how they got killed and what happened to those who killed them, we are talking about real people who also have families like you. There are some people's loved ones too that the failed system has claimed. So even if you want to try to show us the good things they are doing, do you know something? They don't even need you to show us the good things they are doing because the people will feel it. You can't tell people what they are feeling is not true, good or bad. They will feel it as they are feeling it right now. In Koolu's book, Nigeria has no unemployment problem. Yeah, they've doctored the book. Their data says Nigeria has employment too. That right now, Nigeria is having the problem of overemployment. Do you believe that? Is that real? According to thiefnubu and his co-travelers, thiefnubu and his 40 thieves, Nigeria economy is fine now. Naira is stable at 1,600 naira to $1. Naira is stable. The economy is fine. Is the economy fine? Everything is coming down now. The price of food, everything is coming down. You don't have to actually tell us. The people will feel it. Because when your decision that started, it affected them in millions. They don't need you to come and tell them that things are getting better now. We are not hearing anything again. No. They will feel it. That is why today, thiefnubu hired over 1,000 special advisors on media. Print media, Concordo, Vanguard, Telegraph, this day, name it. He has appointee, he has personal assistants on the media, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. He has advisors because his intention is to continue to bombard you with lies. Port Harcourt refinery is working. Warri refinery is working. Are they working? Are they? Do you understand what it means that if it is actually working? If the refinery is actually genuinely working, number one thing you get to know is that, well, to start with, a working refinery will have the capacity to also generate electricity. Do you know that? And that is why they can tell you that, oh, Port Harcourt refinery is this part, right? And it's also generating 30 megawatts of electricity or 40 megawatts of electricity, because right within there, the kind of energy they are burning there, they can also generate electricity, which means the neighboring communities can tell you that, oh, more, since that refinery started working, we have never lost light. Those are things. And they will say, oh, since the refinery started working, oh, Port Harcourt, oh, more, a liter of petroleum in Port Harcourt right now is 600 naira. That is impactful. That is something that you don't need any vuvuzela. You do not need social media bandits, the Facebook adsmen to go and force it on people. Everything is fine now. Everything is getting better now. No, you don't. And you don't need Layegun to help you do that. They're already paying people billions to do that for them. I am here to tell you that if you don't listen to me to understand the world you live in, to understand your environment, to understand the mindset of the rogues who are making decisions, critical decisions that affect your life, the life of your children. If you don't listen to me, one day your story is going to appear on my screen when I'm going to be using your story to educate those who will be left. Because you see, in Nigeria, right, yesterday's survivors, they are the potential victims today. Those of us who have survived today, we are potential victims of tomorrow. And when tomorrow comes, it becomes today, and then another tomorrow. So every day we have a chance of reminding ourselves, who are these guys? How will their actions affect me and you? Right? It's an opportunity for us to at least bond together. If there is nothing that should unite us, it should be the existence of these rogues who are holding the levers of power in that contraption, without all this tribal, ethnic, religious, and other nonsense that you have continually pushed, keeping you divided in this way, right? Keeps them also in power. So that is why when I see something good, I'll tell you. Right? And every now and then, to those of you who are yet to become the victims of the contraption, right? Like, they're victims, because we are all victims of the place. Enough that Nigeria suffered what is called the brain drain. The best brains of Nigeria are currently not in Nigeria. Sorry to those of you who are there. I mean, some of you will admit it. Different schemes were sort of like developed in the past for decades now. Different schemes by different countries to harvest all these supposed eggs, brains in Nigeria, take them out of the place. And today, many of them are citizens of some of these countries. They look back to Nigeria and it is even worse than when they said yes to those offers. You know, there were those who didn't say yes to some of those offers. Yeah, professionals, doctors, lawyers, economists, scientists, teachers, name it, artisans, experts in here and there who got harvested out of Nigeria, whether now through the visa lottery, or educational visa, or scholarship here and there, relocation here and there, employment opportunity plus education support, and all different schemes they've used in the past to harvest all the supposed best brains from that place. Now you are left with rogues whose only thing they have is money. Like, look at them. You see this one, they stole 500 billion naira. That one stole 400 billion. This one stole 1.5 trillion. And then you look at all of them. Look at the person that stole 2 trillion naira. Look at him. With the money stolen, he is also prone, right? So the consequences of their own bad governance too. They have the money because that's all they have. Because it is so bad, right, that these guys will bury money in the soakaway. They will bury money in places that you would never believe. Burial ground, like graveyards, stolen money. Because that's all they care about. The worst of the worst, the dredge of the society, Those are now the ones in charge of that place, unfortunately. And they've succeeded in bullying their supposed citizens into, you know, what they have become today. Those who either will pray or point their fingers to the sky, to their sky daddy, to come and rescue them, or somehow just hope that something shall happen, and if they can be sorted, the others should figure it out. You get what I mean? Nigeria. That was, because it is a place where anything goes over. That was in Imo State. The son of the president, thiefnubu, is accused of, kidnapping the NANS president, tortured him with all the scar, all the evidence. So the guy has been arrested and locked up by the supposed secret police of Nigeria, Dr. Most Stupid Service, DSS. And they are charging the guy. They're charging him for illegal possession of firearms. So people have been calling out the DSS, they've been calling out, Sheyi and all of that. So Sheyi's thugs have also taken to the social media to send warnings to those of you who are trying to speak for the NANS president. And a special message for the very dark man too. You know, that one was calling Sheyi out recently. Why would you do that? Tell your papa, you know what I mean? Thugs, people were supposed to prison for assaulting another person. They are walking free. The person they assaulted is in detention, tortured and about to be charged for, he has been charged for illegal gun possession. Guns that are not his guns. In Nigeria, from the top, the presidency. See the thugs.
Very dark man, wait till they call your name. I came here because of you. No be lie. Let me tell you this. Our NANS president is Olusola Oladoja. No be lie. Global president. Elected president. Yes. Number 2. Tinubu is not part of us. No be lie. He's not a comrade. He's not a student. Nothing concerns Tinubu. NANS is not a party. NANS is not a party. No be APC, no be APC, no be PDP. Now they follow PDP, now they follow APC. Now today you go follow some snap. Tomorrow you go follow some Labour Party. Now you know how to get your name, get your money. Where they make money. Where they make money. Yes. Don't carry yourself come NANS. NANS go beat you. We go beat you. NANS go beat you. We go beat you. Go ask Atiku. NANS social media just beat Atiku wey na the talk. Na dem beat am. Na dem beat am. Na NANS beat am. Because e dey impersonate. Na NANS beat am. You know concern Sheyi Tinubu. Why they mention Sheyi Tinubu? Sheyi Tinubu dey help people up and down. You want make dem dey run for people wey dey help? How many people you sef don help? That your social media when they use make money feed your family, they there. NANS no get sense. They go beat you. They go beat you. If you trespass. My name is General Decima. Go ask anybody. We with the chop bending, we go mend you. I dey tell you. NANS go mend you. We personally go mend you. Go mend you. So where we go mend that. All of that social media when they do, make una dey use and chop. Which work una dey do? Which work so where they do? Now they use social media and talk. They use and talk. No come, don't carry your issue come NANS. Don't carry your social media come NANS. NANS know they hear what they go make you.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
You see them? So most of them in that their supposed NANS, they are in their 40s, late 40s, early 50s. And you'll be surprised that you will see some of them in their mid and late 50s. They are still students. You know? So those guys made a video to say it wasn't Sheyi Tinubu that beat the NANS president. So they beat him up because he's impersonating, Nigeria is not real. Like they did an election, right? Before they did the election. So this guy, Atiku, as well as Ladoja, right? In fact, Ladoja was not even like running. It was Atiku, but the last minute, it's like they now told the thiefnubus that is Atiku guy, now Atiku boy, and we need NANS. Baba needs NANS for 2027. So maybe we can talk to him to switch side. And I don't think he's going to switch side. It's better we have our own candidate. So they brought Ladoja. So the Ladoja guy didn't have to go through much of their NANS stuff. He's also part of NANS too. He's part of them. It's not like he's an outsider. No, it's part of them. But they are the ones who are like close to Shi. So Ladoja will do the bidding. If Ladoja is in charge of NANS, Tinubu will be in charge of NANS as well. It's not as if to say the NANS is in any way relevant anyway. It's like NANS is inconsequential. If you are a member of NANS watching this broadcast, I know you are going to disagree with me. What is your purpose? Go. Yeah. I mean, you can explain to us. You're fighting for the right of students. Is that what you tell yourselves? NANS, is that what you tell yourself? You're fighting for the right of students in Nigeria. Really? So they are like the Agberos who can read and write. Do you get that now? That's what you call NANS in Nigeria. They're just a bunch of Agberos. Do you understand? Touts who can read and write. And sometimes they can speak Aluta language. Yeah, there is Aluta language. They'll start speaking nonsense now, making themselves feel like, Aluta continua Victoria Asata. That's Italian, isn't it? I've been a Greek. They don't fight for anybody. It's just the grouping of the grouping of some political jobbers, some political louds, economic nuisance, so to say. So they always. So what they did was that they said, since this guy would not be playing ball with them, and it's going to be playing ball with Atifku. So he has two options, okay? The first one was that they will give him money, all right? And he will switch side. They will give him money. He will drop the ambition. Or they will beat him up and he will still drop the ambition and he will still lose the money. The choice was his, or the choices were his. So he had just one choice. Unfortunately, he chose the last one. So he rejected the money, he got beaten, and he got pushed out. They are calling him the factional one. So the Ladoja guy, it's not hard now, money and all that. How much is it going to cost? Give them 20 million naira for the start. Give them another 20 million naira to some of the boys and all that. Before you know it, now, right now, they will put together a team and they will call them NANS Executive National. And since they can make them walk straight into the Aso Rock, once they take picture with his dad, that means they are the authentic ones. Any other NANS is rubbish. But that's them bragging that it was them who beat up, I know people should stop talking about Very Dark Man and Shore should stop talking about Shei, or they will mend them too. Mend them. That's the language. Oh, talking about language. Language can be a barrier too. Another reason to remind all of you that Nigeria is not one. Nigeria is a colonial creation. Do you understand? And it wasn't meant to be a country. It was just supposed to be one of the highest or the biggest concentration of the black slaves in the world. No apologies, because it was supposed to be in our past. Unfortunately, it didn't. So then they changed our language. They call it national language. So Nigeria's official language is English. And there is adulterated English called pidgin, for those who may not be grammatically so sound. Do you get that now? So still, you can still communicate, but language is a big problem. So when Yakubu Golos created NYSC in the 70s to heal a country that just came out of a genocide, the genocidal war. So they created a scheme where they will be having exchanges of, supposed Nigerians from every part of Nigeria, so that they can learn the language, integrate and all that. So culturally, anyway, the point was that culturally everybody can just pretend to be one. Unfortunately, it's a failed scheme. Unfortunately, it has outlived its relevance, not in this day and time anymore. So, but this copper is just finding out that, well, there are two Nigerias. There is nothing called one Nigeria. What you have in Nigeria is many Nigerias. But practically, you have two Nigerias, the North and the South. The North is a different country from the South, obviously. But because of the Southern crude oil, they forced the ring on our fingers. It is the most toxic, bullish, backward marriage ever. But isn't it forever? I mean, forever for was for richer, for poorer, for I've forgotten the vow. So we can't break up. And the point I'm making here is this: while the South, or the children of the South, are made to strive to be the best, it is not the same in the North. Or in that same breath, quota system is so active and alive. And quota system is a system where, while as a Southern child would have to do everything, right, to score possibly the highest in an entrance examination to any higher institution or even unity schools in Nigeria, that is not the same in northern part of Nigeria. So this copper was posted to a community in Katsina, I believe, and to his shock in this 2025, this big 2025, the children can't communicate in any other language than Hausa. And see, fairly, right? You might say, but there's nothing bad in that. Of course, there's nothing bad in that. Well, Hausa is not the official language. And it would have been if the supposed owners of Nigeria had allowed, a system that probably let everybody develop according to their own pace and with your own resources, by the way, because it's very important, resources. Because that's the reason why Nigeria is still Nigeria anyway. So if there is no resources to share anymore, it won't take long for everybody throw themselves as stones and say goodbye. But yeah, so these children don't have to worry themselves about learning any English. Because by quota system, right, they are still going to get to the slot even before you. That's not even like... I have a lot of questions, though. I wanted to possibly join me watch this.
I'm frustrated, like, seriously, to be honest.
Hey, yeah, sorry.
Okay, imagine that. Now, I don't even understand what you're saying, like, seriously.
Oh, sorry.
I don't even know how I'm going to. And the proprietor is not yet in this school. How is the proprietor is here now? Maybe I'll have asked her to help me interpret. So I don't even know what to say.
So don't.
All of you go to your class now. What's your problem?
Is someone?
So according to him, the children do not understand English. He does not understand Hausa. The problem right now is how would they communicate? You know, and somebody said, or some of these guys said, oh, I also experienced the same thing. What happened is that, you know, he should learn the language. Haba. His primary assignment is to teach. Now, learning the language on the side is just probably going to be an advantage for him to say, oh, I was there, I understand this language. But he wants to impart knowledge. Yeah? Apart from the risk it takes, right, to get all these, you know, all these children across the country, especially to northern part of Nigeria, to be posted to remotest of the remotest, you know, communities. Why not just send, you know, why not just let Hausa speaking, or those who are like Hausa speaking students from the northern Nigeria, let them serve in northern part of Nigeria. And let those who are from the southern part of Nigeria as well, the Yorubas, the Igbos, the Anangs, the Jaws, the, you know, all of them like that, let them serve in the southern part of Nigeria. If you still want to keep the archaic scheme that doesn't really unite anybody, you know? So, and then, I mean, if you have a system where you say, you know what, like them in India, you know that in India, right, their language is not, how is it? It's not English, is it? No, it's not English. They possibly have more than one or two languages there, right? But they speak the language, their language. And they were colonized by British as well. So that language leaves originality. So imagine if the Igbos are allowed to use everything Igbo to teach their children in schools, in everything in eastern part of Nigeria. And let everybody use the same thing, oh, right? Hausas to teach all these northern children. I'm just using this, I'm not using everybody's language for everybody now, right? Like this one that majority speaks, right? And the Yorubas, let the Yorubas teach their children in Yoruba, physics, chemistry, Greek, everything, mathematics, name it, right? In Yoruba. Set your examinations in Yoruba. Enough that you can then say, okay, in Igbo land, I'm still using the context of this, your one Nigeria, so don't get me wrong. So in Igbo land, right, you have the children have been taught, I mean, they have been taught, their subjects in Igbo, originality. And then they have a choice to pick, the students, you say, you have a choice to pick any other major language, Yoruba or Hausa. And you can then say, okay, yeah, that means you'll be able to speak at least one other language, even if you have never been there. Or your heroes past, the thieves, dead and alive, they don't believe in one Nigeria. The only thing they believe in that contraption is your crude oil, your resources, your commonwealth. Anything to make you actually feel like you have the same country, they don't care. You know? So a lot of people who said they encountered the same thing, a lot of people actually said that they've encountered a similar experience with some of these children in northern part of Nigeria who have never spoken a word of English, even when they are being taught English language. I say, well, how are they going to now sit for the WAEC? I mean, their WAEC and others. I'll leave WAEC, Jerry. And it's all intentional. Put that on their supposed leaders. Okay? Put down them. Now, while I was trying to recover from that other clip, I saw another video. It was a video of a woman. I believe she is visiting Nigeria. Okay. So she made a video, and it is really, really concerning. I don't know if she probably would be watching too. So, madam, if you see this video, okay, you know what? I'll take you through it, okay? Now, this woman who is visiting Nigeria said she went to a restaurant in Lagos, and at the restaurant, she went into the restroom, like the toilet, and then she said she was detained there, and she says that they have been doing that, including killing people. That's kind of huge, right? So I'm going to share that with you, including a follow-up. What I think she said is the real story. A lot of people who recognizes the place, they said, no, that's not true. Some said they walked there before. Others said they've been there a few times. They never experienced anything like that. But she insisted. They have been like killing people and making people disappear. Well, I know too much. Let's go to that. Hang on. Okay, I think I have it.
The police station. This is where I came in to use the restroom. Do you know what? They locked me in there. They locked me in the toilet. I'm giving everybody advice, awareness. Please don't come to this mobile. This mobile. That's the restaurant at the back. I'm driving down there. Yeah. Please don't go in there. They will lock you. This Ajale. This is where they kill a lot of people and they sell their parts. Yeah. This is the restaurant. Yeah. 38 a restaurant. Please don't come in here. I'm telling you, this is restaurant. This is the restaurant. This is the restaurant. You understand? Please, please. The toilet is inside. Inside the toilet. Yeah, the toilet is inside. The toilet is inside. Please don't come in here. You understand? Don't come in here. I'm telling you guys, please. I love you. This is the petrol station. Don't come in here. Don't come in here. Don't come in here, my people. Awareness. If you are coming from abroad, please don't come in here. This is no. Baba tu be koja se. Baba to wash you waju ko se no no. Baba you waju ko se no no. Baba you waju ko se ti won.
Because according to her, they are selling people's parts. How did you then manage to get out of the place? That is when she turned on the ring lights and the camera to tell us exactly what happened. Are you ready? It is a long watch. So sit back, right? And possibly help us analyze this.
Hello, everyone. I have to come out live like this to let people see my face. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. The restaurant, restaurant, yes, sir. Second door after the female restroom. Go and check it. Hello, Wadi, reporter. Hello, Sibe, hello, wo. Hello, wo, to shele nibe. A lot of people ti ku. A lot of people tell me, Remo. Awareness. People are saying, oh, you are spoiling people's business. No, I'm not spoiling nobody's business. And they come on my soto. And then jáde síta then sọ fún wọn pé tó má lọ síbẹ̀ and comments ẹ sọ pé irọ́ náà wọn kan pa ọ́n ta ló parọ́ ẹ̀yin gangan tẹ wá sórí page mi tẹ sọ pé you are spoiling people business nǹkan tẹ̀ ń ṣe nìyẹn. You guys are doing the same thing. And share the same thing. Nǹkan tẹ̀ ń ṣe nìyẹn now. Because they ba share the same thing ni ni liar lọ pé ó parọ́ ni kíníkan ni. I can't go to police. I'm sorry. People that is leaving message pé oh. You cannot believe it. The female toilet. Oh, Jesus Christ. Beside the female toilet, the door beside the female toilet was full of different things. White cloth, all these are sham, all these are bullshit was there. When I just peep and look at this, I shout the blood of Jesus. I ran back to the door. I was banging the door with all my strength. I don't know where I got the power from. But I was banging that bloody door. I was shouting, abusing them to open that door, cursing, using F word. I was screaming my head off. Money, yeah. Money ori mi ò ní gbàbọ̀dẹ̀. Ori mi ò ní gbàbọ̀dẹ̀. Ori gbogbo yín ò ní gbàbọ̀dẹ̀. Àlírin jọ tẹ́ bá ń pọ̀ náà. And they come to my comments and say, oh, she's spoiling people's business. I'm not spoiling nobody's business. You people that is leaving message for me that are spoiling people, you guys are doing the same thing. You guys know about it. You guys know about it. For you to start saying, I'm spoiling people's business and say, oh, no, this and that one. No, I'm not spoiling that business. I'm saying the truth. I'm saying the bloody truth. Awareness. People must know what is going on. A lot of things are going on in Nigeria. People can't even speak out. If they speak out, you guys going to criticize them. If I go to go and call police they will arrest me because they have money. They know people because they're doing the same thing. But my voice, my voice will tell people. If I see, I'll talk. Freedom of speech, I will talk. Because it happened to one of the girls that is staying with me, that is helping me in the house. He was telling me his brother came from Germany. If you know that, if you listen to my voice note, if you listen to this guy, please make a video and bring it out. Let people know that I'm not lying. I'm not making it up. I'm not spoiling people's business. It happened to his own the girl that is staying with me, his senior brother that live in Germany. That guy have to use his phone to call, and people run down to come and tell them to open the door for the guy. Tell me people that doesn't have phone. People that doesn't have phone. And things happen. A lot of things. Now. People are talking. You guys are you guys are telling them to shut up. Nobody wants to talk. If anybody see anything, nobody wants to talk. Nobody wants to say nothing no more. Why? Why are you locking me in the toilet for? You guys locked me in there. I was locked in the toilets. It's not like the way I'm shouting now. I was screaming. I was shouting. And I look at them like this. I look at them foolishly. And I went to buy meat pie for the driver and I left. As soon as I came out, put my towel on my head, my white towel, I walk out. You can't believe it, my people. Yeah? As soon as I step out, I did not remember anything no more. I entered the car. I didn't even tell the guy that took me what happened in the toilets. I went to pick up my sister. I didn't even tell my sister in Mafoluku to tell my sister what happened. As soon as I got home, I went to the bathroom. Let me know. Sweating all day now. I went to go and bath. As soon as I put water on my let down me by. Hey, my common sense come back. Like flash back. I was on my head. I ran out of the bathroom and I was shivering. I was cold. I was called my sister, Antana, my sister. My sister, why did you not tell me when you came to pick me up? Why don't they? I said, I can't even remember. Say, as far as I just pour water on my head now, everything came back to my head. And I told my sister, and I said, okay, we're going to go back. 3 days later, I went back there. When I went back there, the same man, that's the same man you guys, look my video now. The same man was giving Marua a nylon bag. Please, what is inside that nylon bag? Hey, joking one nylon bag, Marua. Now. I know your people are the one that is leaving that message on my page, but I don't care. Your message 00. You can't threaten me. Well, lie. Elle threaten me. No, she tell threaten. But Emma to talk.
We now get another one. Now Mama believe so. We now get another one. Now Mama believe so. Only me Tinubu. Now Mama believe so. Now Mama believe so. We now get another one. Now Mama
I know so many of you who, I mean, should I say, you are divided on the matter in this day and time. Can I advise us when we get caught up in some unusual scenarios, especially when we witness something like that, right? The ideal thing is do your best and make a video. Send it to somebody that you know, just in case if anything happens. Just next time, because, I mean, there's no other evidence other than she, even if there is, you know, a human organ harvesting sort of a room in that place. The place is called 76, I mean, 76 or something. It's a restaurant along the airport road in Lagos, okay? So some people said, no, she's just making shit up, like she's just talking nonsense. The next thing is you should try to record it. Because even if there was, because I don't think they will leave, now that the issue is on the internet, so I don't think they will leave the room still the way she said she saw it anymore. If there was anything in any room before now, they would have cleared everything up. And they would make a video. But here is what my own suspicion would be like if I should come across a video that says, oh, here is our restaurant. That woman made a video that said that she saw something. Here is the room. But I watch a video that already extra room, like the toilets. I don't know, something in me is going to tell me that you have cleaned the room up. So please don't make video. Or better still, the authorities should be involved. Like, go inside that place and check out what's going on. Okay. And if you have had any person who went to the restaurant before and they've gone missing, this will also be a chance to speak to the authority. Saying that there is an human organ harvesting room in a restaurant in Lagos is very, very huge, madam. So I wish, right, that you recorded something for us. That would have been very, very good. You lost me that moment you said you forgot everything when you came out of the room. That's where you lost me. I'm not debunking your story because this is just me, you know, that you didn't remember anything again until you got home and you put on the shower, you turn on the shower and you water touch your head. That looks like Fade Yeloro Abijawarabi kind of storyline to me. So you lost me there. That was the moment I was like, I wish you did something. And the way she sounded, she's like somebody who returned from the US. Auntie, next time. Okay, maybe no next time. I'm saying this to all of us too, okay? If you have a chance, please make a copy. It's not like, it's going to change anything. Well, it will help. It's going to help to cement whatever your allegation is, okay? For the next time. Now, congratulations to the people of Enugu State, especially the Hausawas in Enugu, as your governor, Peter Umba, crowned Seriki Hausawa, the supposed the king of the Hausas in Enugu. They call him His Royal Highness Alhaji Abdulrazak something. Okay, I don't think it's Abdulrazak. I made that up. But listen to him.
Yes, His Royal Highness Seriki Abubakar Yusuf Sambo, Seriki Hausawa, Enugu State. That is Onyendu Ndugu, non-Enugu State. Governor Nike Nkechukwu, Senior Special Assistant on Special Duty. Kambia Solo.
I was not smiling.
Abahera na nsi ugwu iji gosi onye ndu anyị bụ gọvanọ Enugu steeti abụrụ onye na-eme ka ebe isi ka ihe na-eme ka religion gị onye a true Nigeria ka Enugu ebe a ka amụ Mwa kwenye Enugu. Amara my boss on Enugu State. About my state and the governor. Egosigom, yes. Na ono no Enugu abro in vain. Opotagum cancel ya ruoru. Obele amamihe chukunyem can go sikuya so that Niger one unity and development in
Yeram. So that is His Royal Highness Abubakar Sambo. So congratulations to you in Enugu or in Bauchi. Their governor has sent a letter, in fact a petition to the National Assembly to remind them that they've just discovered that some names have popped up as names from Bauchi State. You know, they are recruiting people into the Nigerian Air Force or something like that now, all right? So they always give them slots state by state. It says some people have taken over their slot, or some names appear in the published names of people from Bauchi. They are not from Bauchi, and they want that corrected at the National Assembly.
Leader of the Senate, any petition? Yes, the Senator Ningi.
Mr. President, my name is Senator Abdul Ningi, and I represent Bauchi Central, Bauchi State. This is a petition coming from Bauchi State government, from the office of the Executive Governor of Bauchi State, Senator Bala Mohammed Kauram Bauchi. And Mr. President, the petition reads as this: My dear uncommon President of the Senate, petition on the inclusion of non-indigens in the shortlisted candidates for Nigerian Air Force BMTC 4524 against the interests of indigenous applicants from Bauchi State. Mr. President, the petition reads, this is to bring to the attention of the Senate a matter of grave concern raised by the Executive Governor of Bauchi State on the inclusion of non-indigens as indigens of Bauchi State in the Nigerian Air Force Basic Military Training course. It is imperative, Mr. President, to note that the interest of Bauchi State has been so shortchanged, so marginalized, that the names that appeared...
Any encumbrance?
No, sir, no, sir.
You may proceed to lay the petition.
Mr. President, in conclusion...
No, the petition will be argued when it is referred to the relevant committee.
I have to conclude, Mr. President, by your leave. And I want to tell the acting leader, I know this job better than him. May I lay the petition?
Senator Ningi, the petition is referred to the Committee on Ethics, Code of Conduct, and Public Petitions in collaboration with the Committee on Air Force to revert to the Senate in 1 week, because I think this is a matter that could be cleared in a day. Thank
you. One Nigeria, and I won't blame him though. In Calabar, 3 nurses were arrested. Calabar Teaching Hospital, to be precise. as nurses working in the teaching hospital had to take to the street protesting the arrest of their own colleagues. Guess why the police arrested these 3 nurses in Calabar teaching hospital? They were accused of stealing the SIM card of a patient in their hospital. And therefore, 3 nurses were arrested, locked up for days, and their colleagues won't take it anymore. Nigeria. Nigeria.
We never agree. Police brigades are nurses. 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 We never agree. Allah nurses don't agree. We never agree. Allah nurses don't agree. We never agree. We never agree. We never agree. We not 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 agree. Stop beating nurses. We not agree. Stop beating nurses. We not agree.
Good morning, everyone. This is Jonathan Ubal reporting live for Crossover Watch TV. Here, nurses in the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital and the entire Crossover State Council are protesting the arrest of 3 of their colleagues yesterday while on duty for doing their job according to the Person's Bill of Rights. So what we are getting to here right now is that a passerby had seen someone by the roadside and brought the person to the accident and emergency ward of the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital. And upon getting there, the doctors attended to the person and the nurses provided care. When a relative came to retrieve the body of the corpse of this very person who was treated after the person unfortunately passed on, he claimed that the SIM card in the phone of the person had been removed. I went ahead to invite police, who stormed in at the accident and emergency unit of the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital in a Gestapo-style operation and arrested 3 of their colleagues who were on duty and had provided care to this very individual. So that's what they are protesting right now at the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital here, saying that they are not going to accept, they are going to down this. An injury to one is an injury to all. That they are not going to accept this as it were. This is what the protest is all about. They have been chanting solidarity. They went round the wards in the hospital. And you have the Nigerian Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives, Crossover State Council, also here present with the nurses. They are saying they are going to down tools until this intimidation by law enforcement officials stop. And they have been chanting solidarity songs and saying they will not accept this form of intimidation.
Wahala. Nigeria. It just never ends. It never ends. You know? Now, Cardo B Oduduwa Emefiole has released what he called the Central Bank of Nigeria's financial report, which in other words means Nigeria's economic report. According to Cardo B, Nigeria economy is now stable. Nigeria Naira is now competitive. Nigeria Naira lost over 800% of its value under Bokohari and Tinubu, unfortunately. Well, according to them, well, that's the real value of the Naira. And therefore, we should be grateful. They also said that Tinubu has paid off the IMF loan. You see, this is the problem with lies. Repeating it and repeating it will never make it true. Tinubu and his gang added over 90 trillion naira to Nigeria's debts in 2 years. Nigeria's debt was put at $105 billion. If you added the central bank debt of 50 billion under Bokohari, you would say Nigeria's debt was somewhere around the $135 billion. The destruction, the devaluation, which they call the floating of the naira, the devaluation of Nigerian naira further, erase most of the hang-on gain they had before Tinubu. And you all witness it. The economy witnessed it. The shock is still being felt. There's no recovery at all. But this guy says they are already recovering. Nigeria is competitive. Yet, there is no real investor coming in other than the bogus, no direct impact sort of investments they call in the oil sector, where they kind of call themselves share the money, make some stupid announcement or fraudulent announcements. Nigeria just signed a $5.5 billion with a Brazilian company, oil and gas. All of this, right? But when it comes to the direct investment in the economy, job creation, there's nothing. Businesses are dying because of these tier policies. Somehow they feel like it's fine. The economy is getting better. Cardo B Oduduwa Emefiole.
Macroeconomic fundamentals are playing out. In spite of the fact, like you said, there have been positive endorsements from, all kinds of bodies that make it a point of duty to observe and critique the moves that various countries are making to ensure they have stability in their economies. And your question basically is, well, that may seem positive, but how does that translate to getting the feeling that things are better? Now, I think it's important to say that investors, and let's face it, without investments, economies don't grow. Investors don't go to where there's instability. So I think that is the first thing to understand. On the journey, and this is a journey, investors don't go out to invest to lose money. They go out to invest because there's stability in an economy and they can plan. With that stability comes confidence. With confidence comes investment. And with investment comes growth and output. I think that's definitely the trajectory that you will find in all countries of the world. We obviously have been through a long period of instability. And I think that clearly what is being recognized is that the Nigerian economy is now stable and there's interest in those who want to invest to now invest. Clearly, the inflation numbers themselves speak for themselves, and we've discussed that here, mentioned that here. They speak for themselves. The overall trajectory is in the right direction. Not one particular aspect of managing the economy is a bullet that will solve all the problems. It isn't. It's a multiplicity of different endeavors. And that is why the combination of the efforts that are being made and are yielding results in terms of stability. And don't forget, the central bank is the custodian of stability in an economy. If you look at the exchange rate, for example, volatility has reduced from over 4% a year ago to less than half of 1% around now. So that's an indication of stability. And with the increasing collaboration between the fiscal and the monetary side, definitely the journey that we are going through will begin to yield greater results as time goes on. I have no doubt about that. Again, I must comment that in itself speaks volumes, because you have a situation where beyond just oil prices, in fact, if you look at the oil sector itself, you'll find that the importation had gone down with the Dangote refinery and all the other refineries coming up. The demand obviously will go down. The gas exports have, been on an upward trajectory. Now that we have a competitive currency, and it's something that you will hear me talk about over and over and over again. Our currency now is more competitive. So this should encourage exports. And indeed, for us as Nigeria and Nigerian businessmen, the opportunity to extend that dragnet into our sub-region is also an enormous opportunity now that we have such a competitive currency. So to answer your question, my belief is that if we continue doing the things we have done up to this point in time that have resulted in a positive surplus, we should.
So how many of you here believe what Cardo B just said? By any distance, I don't know, like this or like this or like that, or the whole thing. How many? Yeah, raise up your hand. You know what I'm going to do, right? Yeah, raise it. I want to see you. Come on. Don't be shy. Go on. Higher. Now fold it like this. Yeah, knock yourself on the head. Because everything is said there is a lie. And you are at liberty to verify that. For example, Cardo B Oduduwa Emefiole said that the importation of fuel in Nigeria has reduced because of Dangote refinery. I was expecting him to mention Port Harcourt and Warri, but he didn't. Is it true that the importation of fuel has reduced in Nigeria? No. Because from the last count, the same NNPC that told you that they have a refinery working in Port Harcourt and Warri imported over 600 million liters in in October. Between October and February, October 2024 and February 2025, NNPCL imported over 2 billion liters of petroleum. Now, they are associated that they are doing the business together. Those ones also, within that same period of 4-5 months, they imported more than 4 billion liters of petroleum, PMS, to Nigeria. But Dangote refinery did there. Port Harcourt refinery did there because they know they there. You all remember the battle between Dangote and these guys in NNPC, right? But Cardo B went on to say that, and it is not true. Like, it is actually not true. But he sat there conveniently picking grammars, Definitely most importantly, shut up. You know, so the investors comes to a place that is stable. Baba, what kind of investors? Would you call those who are coming to buy government bond as investors? Eh? How many of those investors can the Central Bank of Nigeria tell you have entered Nigeria and how many jobs they have created? Of course, they probably can cook number for you. Nigeria is not stable. Not because you want to say Nigeria is stable, then that automatically makes Nigeria stable. That's not how it works. We have seen the surge in the terrorism of this Boko Haram, Fulani terrorists, ISWAP, Lakurawa, Bermuda, and name it. So, what stability is he talking about? Oh, he's talking about stability of the Naira. Are you being serious? Nigeria is not producing anything to back up your Naira still. Do you know that? Like your currency is as powerful as what you produce in your country. They've looted your crude oil resource. That one, nobody has any real clue of how much of that they sold anymore and how much money they probably remitted every month. Not anymore. Central bank should know, but they don't, or they won't tell you. Cardo B sat there and he says that Nigerian Naira is now competitive. I don't even know what that means. Eh? Competitive. Like people could short Nigerian Naira, right? So Naira is going to crash tomorrow. And then it crash, and then you get money. Is that a competition? Because Naira is not producing anything. Do you understand that the reason why your Naira used to be something was because of your crude oil? That has now been so mismanaged that instead of using that money from the crude oil to build more structures, assets that will further put more value in your currency, these guys went to the IMF and World Bank to go and take loans that will devalue the Naira. And listen, let me tell you what that devaluation means, okay? So that you can understand the practical part of it, all right? It is like that of inflation as well, okay? Now, 1 pound, for example, 1 pound is 2,140 something Naira. Before now, that used to be just 200 and maximum 250, 240 Naira, right? So by measure, that should be like about 800% of the currency value gone. About 800% equal. And that is why, because of this devaluation, it now means your Naira is trash. No real value. If I bring out $100 and you bring out 100 Naira, you would have to probably, you understand what it means then, right? So they want to compare countries or what have you. Like it also happens in America. It also happens in the UK. There are poor people here and there. While they keep destroying the economy, that will further push more and more people into poverty, right? So you can be very clear, especially with this info, right? That they destroyed your Naira, make it so worthless that for you to have the same quality life that is accessible elsewhere, you would have to cough out chunk of this worthless paper. And as some of them don't probably really have place any value on anything other than just the money, they won't see it that way. No thanks to these guys. But we should be happy. It is stable now, whatever that even means. Oh, you haven't heard it all. Here is the party said they've cleared Nigeria debts. And Baba, they are pushing it. And there is no media team to say that is not true. What are you talking about? Nigeria's debt is currently over 250 trillion naira. You know, say me how they tell you. Sometimes when I say it, you'll be like, are you sure? Is that true? It is. The reason why your debt is that high is because Tinubu destroyed your currency, devalued it. And therefore, when you convert the money they have taken, so that naira, 92 trillion naira is how much Tinubu added to Nigeria debts. And guess what? Those are just money borrowed. The money printed for Tinubu, like Bokohari also printed money. We are mopping that up right now. So far, so good. Tinubu and the Edo Youths Emefiole, they have printed over 25 trillion naira. I don't know if people will be asking them, where is the money? Because that 25 trillion naira, when you convert it to your current naira rate and then dollars, right? We practically will be talking about let me see. Yeah, we'll be talking about $20 billion. That's how much Tinubu has printed for himself. Until Tinubu is gone, like Bokohari, you will never know about it. You know what Tinubu did? As part of their achievement, they securitized Nigeria's debt. They securitized Bokohari's debt of 30 trillion naira. And Tinubu went on to go and write, Oduduwa Emefiole went on to go and write that they have cleared ways and means. And you and I know that they don't clear anything. But it has been printed on WhatsApp. The Central Bank of Nigeria governor is facing the people and he told them that Tinubu has cleared ways and means. What the heck? Like, you just have to believe the lie that it is true, even when it is not. And then you can turn around later and say, well, I don't even understand why all these things know they work for this country. You are agreeing with people who are lying to you. Do you think lies will actually suddenly turn truth? It doesn't work that way. Cardo B. Then he said their foreign reserve jumped from $3 billion to $25 billion. Like what? Because it is not true. Okay, checking Muti. I'm coming back. Listen to this part.
Macroeconomic fundamentals are playing out. In spite of the fact, like you said, there have been positive endorsements from, all kinds of bodies that make it a point of duty to observe and critique the moves that various countries are making to ensure they have stability in their economies. And your question basically is, well, that may seem positive, but how does that translate to getting the feeling that things are better? Now, I think it's important to say that investors, and let's face it, without investments, economies don't grow. Investors don't go to where there's instability. So I think that is the first thing to understand. On the journey, and this is a journey, investors don't go out to invest to lose money. They go out to invest because there's stability in an economy and they can plan. With that stability comes confidence. With confidence comes investment. And with investment comes growth and output. I think that's definitely the trajectory that you will find in all countries of the world. We obviously have been through a long period of instability. And I think that clearly what is being recognized is that the Nigerian economy is now stable and there's interest in those who want to invest to now invest.
I mean, if you see investment opportunity in Nigeria, I'm not an investor, so I can't advise anybody when it comes to investment. I would just say, be very careful. I would be very careful when I'm dealing with these rogues, because they change like weather. Seriously, be careful. Okay? There are many other lies he told in that video, right? And somehow, just leave it like that. Okay? 30th of May, every 30th of May is the Biafran heroes and the heroines Remembrance Day. I think it's the same all over the world. I have been attending now in the last 4 years, I believe. I've been to Edinburgh. I've been to that of London. I've been to that London twice. Now I've been invited again, okay? And I'm inviting you, if by any chance you are in London on the 30th of this month, May, you can join us right there at Trafalgar Square in London, from where everyone is expected to take a brief walk to the number 10 Downing Street, the Parliament Building, the Commonwealth Office, to, again, not only to remember, not just to remember the victims of the Nigeria's 3 years genocidal war of 1967 to 1970. It is also to remind Britain and the, well, I would say, the powers that be, to remind them that, you see, the damages that they help create, and it still continues to claim its victims as we speak. And these victims are not keeping quiet. So therefore, a reminder, of course, and also to remind Britain that if it is by design or by whatever it is, to keep somebody who is a British Biafran, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in Nigeria detention, we do that all the time to keep reminding them too. In all of this, you have the solidarity, you have the comradeship, and then name it. So if you are in London on the 30th, and that will be like next week Friday, is it? So I'm going to be in London next week Friday. So it's just going to be like a fly-in, fly-out. Prince Jejeman is, he's my contact man. So I'm going to be flying in and flying out. So if you, by any chance, if you are in London on Friday, between, what time is it again? I think between 10 in the morning, hang on, let me check. Right, between 9:30 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. It will be a pleasure to have you on, okay? So thank you so much, everyone, for your time. I'm going to see you some other time. But before I go, remember, like the broadcast, okay? Like it, share it, subscribe to my channel, and then you won't miss anything next time. I will see you some other time. Good night. From here, Odaro.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun nàmbà wá. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun nàmbà wá. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun dayari Mayegun nàmbà wá. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Máyégún Diary politico. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Kí gómìnà gbówó jẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Ayé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́. Ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o. Ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.